4, 3, 2, 1.
Whether you've been married 1 or 20 plus years, at some point you realize you married into crazy. And that's what our show is all about. If your marriage or relationship is compassionate, real, accountable, zealous and yielding, or just plain crazy, Snooks and Lovey offer love, laughter, and a dose of reality as they unpack this thing called marriage. Sit back, relax, and get your ear hustle on. It's time to start the conversation.
Welcome back to another episode of Married into Crazy. I'm Snooks. Lovey's not here because today is the Queen's Corner. So I want to say happy Thanksgiving. I kind of feel bad that we're not both here today doing Thanksgiving. Lovey said that it is Queen's Corner time. And I thought that we were going to do a holiday one where he's telling me how grateful he is for me and how marvelous and wonderful I am as a mom, as a wife, as all these other things. And he's like, no, it's time for you to do the holiday, not the holiday, but it's just Queen's Corner Day. So I didn't get to sit here with my man and hear him talking about me. Today I am doing it, and you see the hair. So I don't even have my holiday hair in. You get the ponytail. Hopefully, I tried to spruce it up a little bit, put some earrings and some lipstick on, but hey, I'm being authentic. This is my authentic self, right? So before I go any further, I want to say, make sure that you subscribe and leave a comment. And wherever it is that you're watching, I have some notes too, because I always forget to say that. Go to the App Store or Google Play and download the app so you can have marriage coaching on the go. That's crazy that I always forget that, because he says that to me. You didn't remember to say, not in a bad way. But anyway, back to it. Happy holidays. Right now, for some people, this is like the most pressure that people, that they have, because there's an expectation maybe for a performance, like especially if you're the person that's hosting Thanksgiving. You're running around and you're trying to get everything to look a certain way because you want it to, you want it to be festive and you want it to feel like the holiday, and people appreciate when, oh, it's so beautiful in here. Don't let the pressure get to you to be perfect, because everything is not going to be Pinterest ready. And Pinterest got some really cute stuff. I know I tried to emulate a couple of the little things on there. It didn't look like it, but it came out okay. So not everything has to be perfect. It's not going to look like Pinterest or some of the things, some of the social media posts where they got it really looking nice and stuff. Sit back and enjoy the day. Don't run yourself ragged, because you also deserve to sit down, eat some turkey, watch some football, if you watch football, or if you eat, I don't know, whatever it is that you eat, but take a break because you deserve it. Don't let the pressure of the holiday and having to feel like you have to perform get to you, because you don't have to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Ask for help if it's too much. Have people bring stuff. I never got that concept of because it's at your house, you're supposed to cook everything. And maybe, I don't know, because Thanksgiving is like the most traveled holiday, that maybe some people feel like, oh, I have to cook because they're traveling in and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, if you travel in there, we can go to the store when you get here and we can all cook together. That could be something fun, but that's a lot of pressure. I feel like that's just my personal opinion. That's a lot of pressure. When we have, when we host any holiday, And people are like, "Oh, are you hosting?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's at our house." "Oh, so what are you cooking?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm making the mac and cheese and I got the greens." And they're like, "Oh, that's all you're eating is mac and cheese and green?" I'm like, "No, everybody's bringing something, you know." I'm not, that's just me. Anyway, not trying to sound judgy. But I want you all to just remember that it's holiday. It's supposed to be fun, not a lot of pressure. But in case you do find yourself in that moment where, I only say that space where you feel like I got to do and I got to I got to perform, I want you to just take a seat, do some breathing and try to ground yourself. So, just really quick exercise. Sit down, make sure that your feet are planted on the floor. Take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, hold it for 2, and then release it for 6. Keep doing that until you feel like, you feel a little bit less pressure, the stress in your jaw and your shoulders. You're not all tight and tensed up and what have you. So, yeah, that's just a little grounding exercise for you. So just real quick, I'm not going to be long. Just want to think about, like I said earlier, I was joking around. I wanted Lovey to be here so he can tell me about how great I am, and be how thankful he is for me, but he's not. But I had an experience yesterday when we were at church. We were singing Everlasting Lord. I think that's the name of the song by William Murphy. I love the song. It's crazy. I can't remember the name of it. But there's a portion of the part of the song where it says, I will remain confident in this. I will see the goodness of the Lord. And a thought occurred to me about we as spouses should see the goodness of our spouse. We need to see the goodness within that person. A lot of times we don't. We see too much of what they've done wrong or how they didn't get it right. Start looking at the intent versus the perfection. What was the intent behind them doing it versus them, they didn't do it right. And you feel like, well, I could have did that myself. And I'll say I'm very transparent. I've been very guilty of that. Lovey would try to go out of his way and do something to help me or whatever. And I didn't feel like he did it correctly. And I was like, I could have did this, blah, 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 whatever. But instead of being grateful, I had a little, okay, acted funny about it. But I need to start. I had to, okay, let me cut it out. And sometimes we just do it because we're expecting a certain outcome. But start looking at the intent, looking for the intent, I should say, of what they've done, and not for the perfection, how it didn't come out. They try to help. So that's what is most important. And appreciate who they are. Appreciate them for who they are, who they become, who they strive to be. We sometimes we think our person is supposed to be, I want them to be this. And if they're not meeting this at that point, blah, 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 whatever, then we start feeling some kind of way about them. Marriage unfolds over time. It doesn't, it's just like that, and you're perfect and you got everything going right or whatever. We all change. I met Lovey in 1995. That's crazy. That I met him 30 years ago. I still feel like I'm 39, and I know I didn't meet him when I was 9, but I'm just young at heart, I guess. But 30 years ago, I'm not the same person that I used to be. 30 years ago, we evolved. I've evolved, and hopefully you've evolved also in your life and in your relationship. So make sure that you're being grateful and you're appreciating the time that you spent together, the things that you've learned, how you've grown or whatever. Think about the goodness that they bring to you. Always look at see the goodness in them. And for some people that may be challenging because of the experiences that they've had. They've felt like they've been hurt before. There have been some disappointments or whatever. And holding on to that doesn't allow you to see the goodness within them. But I'm just going to challenge you that if you're in the relationship, don't continue to hold on to the bad stuff, because I feel like you're shortchanging yourself and also the relationship. Because why, if that's the case, then why are you in it? You're in it to see the goodness within them. And that may take some time, but are they worth it? Is the relationship worth it? If it's worth it, then make sure that you try to do that. See the goodness in them. Appreciate them. Tell them how grateful you are for them. Show them some gratitude. You can say, oh, I'm grateful for my husband. But if he doesn't know it, he might not think that you feel that way. It's very important that we tell them how grateful we are for them. Thank you for that. Thank you for doing what you do. I see what you did. I noticed that you XYZ, I'm sorry. I appreciate you because at whatever it is. I mean, it could be a number of things, but those little words, they go very far, and that will want them to continue to hear that. So they'll continue to do the things to hear those words. And being grateful, it does alleviate stress, because again, holidays are supposed to be joyful and everything, but they're stressful, Be joyful, be grateful, have gratitude, alleviate that stress, and also set the tone for the day. Having gratitude sets the tone for the day. You can get up and be like, ugh, I've done that before. Or you can be like, you know what? Thank you. I got another day. Okay, things didn't go the way I wanted them to go, but I have another opportunity to change it and do something else. You deserve to have a joyful marriage. You also deserve a joyful and happy Thanksgiving. Let peace be there with you. Okay, when you're stressing out or whatever, choose to have gratitude. Choose to work in gratitude, I should say, instead of under pressure, because that's holidays again. Pressure is supposed to be fun, and choose connection over perfection. That was a tongue twister. Choose connection over perfection. So that's just my little thing for Thanksgiving, Queen's Corner. Next time you see me, I'll have my holiday hair because I'm about to go do it right now. Happy Thanksgiving, you all. I hope everyone is safe. You guys are traveling. Take it easy. Again, kick your feet up. Watch some football because I think there's like 3 games on. And if you're not a football watcher, do something fun. But at all times, just be grateful and have some gratitude. Oh, gosh, I almost forgot. Before I go, don't forget about the Winter Ball coming up February 6th and 7th, MIC Marriage Conference and Winter Ball coming up February 6th and 7th, 2025. The theme this year is diamonds, denim, and dancing. So 2 of my favorite things, diamonds and dancing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Click on the link to get the tickets. The early bird pricing ended on the 21st, but might be some Black Friday sales going on. We'll see. So anyway, be blessed and take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Married into Crazy podcast with Snooks and Lovey. Please like, subscribe to, and review the show wherever you access it, and tell a friend about us. Visit marriedintocrazy.com and see how Snooks and Lovey can bless your marriage directly.